Hello there everyone, and welcome back for another Farming Simulator 17 tutorial. And today we're going to be covering tractors and combines and their functions and abilities. So I'm going to come in here, press J, and we're going to start with the tractor. Now, as you know, a tractor is a very versatile piece of equipment. It's used in a multitude of things around your farm. This is the vehicle basically you're going to be running to most of the time to get your all-around work done. The combine is a dedicated piece of machinery just for harvesting fields. That's all that's good for. Now a tractor could be used for anything from seeding to fertilizing, running cattle back and forth, moving feed around, moving grain, tons of things. So some of the functions with the tractor is, when you go over to it, of course, you're going to be able to press your E button to get inside of it. Now as soon as you get inside, you're going to have your choice of two different camera angles. This is an exterior view, basically an overhead view. But if you press the C key, you can do a cab view, first person view. And you can see all your functions and abilities up in that toolbox up in the top left hand corner. And if that's not on your screen, what you want to do is press F1 and that controls that. So, your basic functions are WASD, which is forwards, backwards, turn right, and turn left, of course. On your number pad over on the far right hand side of your keyboard, if you press 1 and 3, that is your signal lights. Now let me do an exterior view. You can see them there. One does one side, one does the other. And if you press 2 right in the middle, that is your hazards. Now, the 0 button is your horn. The home key, which is 2 buttons past your backspace key. The home button is for your beacons, which comes in very handy on the farm. So, that is that. Now, another really cool feature about driving in this game is you have a cruise control. Now, I'm going to disconnect from that. By the way, to connect anything to the front and back of a tractor, usually you can hook something to the front and to the back. You got to use your Q button to attach to it. So you can see that box down in the bottom right hand corner is basically my tractor menu. Now you can see my tractor there in the white down the bottom. Now look right in the bottom of that box in the bottom corner. Now you can see that pop up on the screen when I'm able to attach to something. When you get close enough to it, you'll see that little symbol pop up on the bottom, and that means you're close enough to attach. So I can press Q and I'm attaching. Press Q again and I detach. That goes for the front as well. Excuse me, guys. Another thing, you can see the tractor down in the bottom right hand corner, the picture of the tractor. Now behind that you'll see a speedometer with 63 on it. That is your max speed for that tractor, but that's also a cruise control, which comes in very handy for like basically chasing combines when they're harvesting. If you want to drive alongside them and catch the grain as it's coming out, what you do is, that is max speed for this tractor, 63 kilometers. Now your 1 and 2 button on your regular keyboard up top will make those numbers go up and down. See them moving? Now I can drop that down. Say if that combine is harvesting, its work speed is 10 kilometers an hour. If I want to drive alongside of him at the same speed, I hold in the 1 key until that drops right down to 10. If I pass it, I can press 2 to go back up. See, now it's on 10. It's set for 10 kilometers. Now that my cruise control is set, all I have to do is press the 3 key and he'll automatically go at that speed. Look, 10 kilometers. Perfect. Between 9 and 10. You know what I mean? He's fluctuating if he's on a hill or not. So that's how your cruise control works. 1 and 2 will set it, and 3 will activate it. So I wanted to jump over to my other tractor just to give you another handle. I just passed it on tractor functions. Okay, here's a set of mowing attachments. Now there's one for the front and one for the back. Now I'm going to go up. I see the little symbol down in the corner telling me that I'm close enough to pick that up. Now you'll notice down in the picture of the tractor in the corner that there's an attachment on the front now, and it's lit up. That means I'm on that attachment on the front right now. I'll press F1 and bring up my tool menu. That'll show me all the functions for that front attachment. Now if I back up to this guy until I get the symbol saying I can connect, there it is. Now you'll notice the picture of the tractor down the bottom. There is one on the front and the back now. Now you're going to have to press the G key to get to the one that you're trying to control. So if right now I want to lower down and start up my front mower, I have to press the G key. Now watch down in the bottom right hand corner, you'll see it jump over to the front. That's where I want to be. Now to lower that, I'm going to press my V key. Then I'm going to turn it on. I'm going to press my B key. Okay, I have to unfold it first, and that is your X button. There we go. Let's bring that screen back up. And yes, to turn it on, if you're not sure about the buttons, like I said, press F1 to get that tool menu up there. That'll show you all the buttons it takes to control. That's all the controls for that implement you're on. That's what we call the things that you would attach to the front and the back, implements. So, like I said, if I press B, I now turned on the front mower. Now I want to go to the back. So what I want to do, and you can tell it's on, because see it's green down in the picture now? Now, like I said, if you press the G key, I want to go back to the back one. Now it's on the back implement. Now, I can unfold that with the X key. The V key will lower it down. You can even see it lower down on the back. So you go up and down too. And press B key to turn it on. Now you'll notice, I'm saying I don't own this field so I can't cut the grass, but nevertheless, this thing is moving. You can see the things moving on the bottom, the blades and the front. And you'll notice in the picture that both of them are green. So just keep that in mind for different things, guys, because that's a very important thing to know about the implements and that down there, because some people get stuck. Oh, I am cutting the grass. And they don't know why the buttons aren't working, but you have to be on the right implement. So remember, G key switches your implements, V key raises and lowers them, and B key turns it off and on. Now it depends what you're attached to. It may have different buttons and functions. Now I'm going to jump back to my harvester. I'm going to go over a few things with that. Now this is one of the bigger harvesters, and the reason I'm doing this is I'm demonstrating with this one because if you can do this one, all the other ones are pretty easy. Now there's two basic setups for the header. Either when you get a small combine, the header will just attach to the front and there's no need to carry it behind, because the only reason that is so you don't block roads and stuff when you're traveling them. So some of the bigger combines will come with wheels already attached that you can drag behind your combine. Then there's other harvesters where they don't have wheels, but you'll have to get a trailer. It's called a header trailer, and then you can put that on the trailer and attach it, and we'll be going over that as well. So right now I'm attached to that. I'm dragging it behind me. Now I want to detach from that, so like I said, with the G button, you gotta press the G button to get to the back implement. There it's on there now. Now if I press the Q key, I can detach from that trailer, like so. Then I'm going to whip around here because I want to attach to it. And that attaches right to the front. And as you can see, when I drove up to it, you can see the attachment appear in the corner and up in the tool menu as well. Now when I press the Q button, when I'm close enough, he'll attach to that and pick it right up. Now like I said, he jumped back to the tractor, the implement there, when I did that. So now I want to fold the tires, or the wheels, up on the header, so I have to go back to that implement, back to the front. So I'm back on it now. I'm going to press the X button to fold that up. Now, if I press X again, they're going to go back down. But X key also unfolds this combine, but I have to make sure I'm on the combine for that to work. So I press the G key till I'm on the combine. right there. Then I can press X and unfold him. See? You just got to remember those tools. Now I want to lower my header. Now I'm pressing the V button and the header's not going down. Why is that? Because I'm not on the right implement. Got to press the G key. Go back to the header. Then I can lower it down. Now the combine's a little bit more confusing because you really got to switch between them a lot. Now I got to the front header and I was able to press V. Now you would think now that that's on there I could turn on the header. I'm on the header, no problem. But no, the harvester powers the header, so now I have to hit that tool button again to get back to my harvester. Then I could power the header and turn it on with the B key. Now you can raise and lower that blade if you want. It's still going to cut the same, but if you're ever interested in that, you just hold in your left mouse button and drag it up or down. Is it that one? No. See, that's the thing moving on the pipe, actually. See the little thing moving on it? Yeah, I'm on the wrong thing, remember? I just said that, too. See, now I can move that up and down because I'm on the header. Now, if I press G again, I can go over to the tractor, and now I can control that. Same button, but different tool. So I'm just going to turn that off for now, because there's just a couple more functions with the harvester I want to show you. Inside, it's the same idea with the cruise control, guys. If you want to go at a certain speed, like I said, you press 2 and 3 to get your numbers to go down. Sorry, 1 and 2 to get your numbers to go down or up, and then 3 activates it to go at that speed. And I think if you press any button, it'll cancel that out, so don't worry about it being stuck in cruise control or anything like that. Okay, so we're going to press C and go to an external view again. Now we're going to lower down our header. Got to go back to the header, lower it down, then back to the tractor to turn it on. Now there's 2 ways to cut here. I'm pretty sure this is wheat or barley. Okay, so I can cut this. Let me just check and make sure that's the right crop first. Just to make sure. This is field 12. This is wheat. Okay, we're good. You can make straw from wheat, barley, and I do believe that's it. You may be able to make it from soybean too, but I know you can't get it from canola or sunflowers or corn or sugar beets or anything like that. But when you're farming wheat or barley especially, you can leave straw behind, which you can use for a multitude of things, like putting bedding down for your animals so they can produce manure, or making bales so you can sell them, or in the making of mixed ration. So to control whether you want to leave straw behind or not, you have to turn off or on your swath in the back. Now you'll see up in that toolbar the comma button just below X, enable straw swath or disable. So we're just going to leave it on that one for now. I'm going to turn it on and see what that does, because I kind of still get mixed up between them. Let's see. I think he's going to leave straw behind. No, he got his swath turned off, so it's blowing that around. What that does is basically all the husk and stuff, it's firing it back on the field just to be cultivated back into the soil. But you can collect straw with that, and like I said, if you press the comma button, you'll see it switch there. And now when you drive, he'll leave straw behind. But if you're doing this yourself, you got to kind of be careful, because it's kind of like dragging a pen behind you. And if you wiggle, it's going to go crooked, and it's going to be hard to pick up. So there you go. We're leaving straw behind. Remember, there's only a couple of different fruit types that leave straw behind. And I mean, there'll hit times where you have too much straw. You're not going to want to bother collecting it. So, like I said, you just hit the comma button, turn the swath off, and it'll just start blowing it around the field like that. But we're going to leave it on for now, so I can show you once we hit the end with these combines. the straw keeps pouring out of the back when you hit the end of the field, so you don't want to rip into your turn right away. You should wait a second so the straw will finish falling out of the back. I don't know why I'm telling you that, but I'm just saving you a headache for later. But some people don't realize that straw keeps falling out for a couple of seconds after you hit the end of the field. So if you start taking the corner, you're going to leave a big trail of it behind you, right? So what I do is come up here, I stop, turn the header off for a second. You don't have to, but see, now it's stopped. Now I can turn into my next one. Lower my header down, which I can't because I'm not on the right implement. Remember what I said, press the G key. I'm on the header now. Now I can lower it. Now I press G again to go back to the tractor or to the combine and turn it on. So that is that. So that's pretty much all the functions of the combine. And when you're full, you can see it filling up there in the blue bar down the bottom. We're just over a third of the way full. But say he's full, you want to shut her down. You can press the O button and that'll put your pipe out. And usually when you're full, you're playing multiplayer, you want to turn your beacons on as well so people know that you have to be unloaded. Usually when you hit around 80%, you should turn your beacons on. But anyway, let us go unload him. I might as well use this guy, I suppose. Well, we'll just leave him for now because I want to show you the different header type here. Now this, now this is a different combine. Like I said, some headers will have wheels attached to them, some won't. This doesn't. But you still haul it around in the same way. Now how this works is, I'm going to bring up my bar. Now you can see that's the same thing on my tool menu down in the bottom corner. I'm on the header trailer right now. So now I can disconnect from it by pressing the Q button. And I can bring this around. Drive up to this side where you can connect to it. Light up. You'll see the little icon in the bottom corner there. Light up when you're close enough. You pick it up. Then you can back away. And there's your trailer right there. So basically you have to put it on that trailer every time you want to pack this up and go, because you're going to have a hard time getting down the road with this attached. So if you have a long distance, use that. And you can use a tractor to pull that as well. You don't have to use the combine to pull it. And when you're putting it back, just be careful you don't put it too far onto this thing. What I do is, see the double red clips in the middle? I line that right up to the center of the header. Right up the middle. So basically that red line there right in the middle, I'll put that right in the middle of the header. I'll line that right up, but don't drive it on too far. As soon as that hits the bottom, as soon as it touches the bottom of the header, basically, the trailer, just leave it right there. Then just disconnect. Watch me go over the side now. There, it just falls on, it locks on automatically by itself, and you're off to the races. Now there is two different types of headers that combines use. There's this one which cuts basically every kind of fruit except for the root kinds like potatoes and sugar beets and stuff like that. And then there's another header you can purchase. Here is your harvesters here, sorry, that's a beet harvester. And there's your headers. You come here to get your headers. Now there is a corn header. That's a regular header. These ones here, and this one is a corn header, but you can also cut sunflowers with this. So that's good for sunflowers and corn. And that's the only thing you use with that header. If you're cutting corn or sunflowers, you're going to need this header here. These ones cut everything else except for, like I said, potatoes and sugar beets. So another thing you might want to know too is when you're in the shop and you're buying a harvester, if you're unsure about the headers, like what attachments go to these, the one you're selecting, tap on it. Down here where that little puzzle piece is, all these icons mean something. You should learn how to use them. But anyway, that puzzle piece there, that name beside it will tell you the name of the header that goes with that piece of machinery. So that's a very handy thing to have. So if I want to buy the New Holland TC590, I'm going to look down here. I need a New Holland 18-foot 980 CF. Let's go look at that. 980 CF. Then I just go through my headers till I see that. There we go. 980 CF. And that's the header that goes with it. And that's how you learn those things. You just basically, the puzzle piece tells you what fits basically to that piece of machinery. And that works for anything in the game, guys. If there's a piece of... So there you have it, guys. That is my tractor and combine tutorial, along with their functions and abilities. If you like what you see, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment down below, maybe about something I can do in an upcoming episode. If you're new to the channel, click on my very handsome picture down in the corner and become part of the channel. I'll be sure to bring some great mods to your attention. So guys, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.